Johnny Madueke, England under 21 player, Nigerian decent.
But this name he for play for Nigeria.
But there's a certain time Abraham wants to not play for Abraham.
But this name be Madueke.
Olu Adamilo Lafikayo Tomori is still not
Samu
playing for
Chukwueze
Nigeria.
did not even play for.
Yeah, Chukwueze did, but I mean a host of them are still playing there. So
no, I'm talking about the Chukwuemeka guy. Sorry.
Yeah, Kani Chukwuemeka.
The Chukwuemeka guy did not play for Nigeria.
Playing for Nigeria.
But this guy, the Madueke, if you use this name, then play for Nigeria.
How?
Madueke. Play for England.
Why didn't Victor Moses play for England? So yeah, I mean, Madueke is in. Yesterday, Ruud van Nistelrooy said some very good things about him also, and I like the profile of players that Chelsea are buying. So if you look at Mykhailo Mudryk like this, it's very good, explosive, direct 1v1 winger on the right hand side. And I've always said that if you want to look at the profile of wingers you have to buy for a team, then you go and ask Pep Guardiola how he buys his wingers. The likes of Riyad Mahrez, they decide games, they turn games on their heads themselves. If you look at Jacques Grealish, is a very good inverted winger and helps them in that regard. So now we're getting very, very good outside wingers in Madueke and of course Mudryk. For Madueke, he doesn't really have a very good injury record. Over the last season, he has been prone to some injuries. I'm being tempted to believe that the Chelsea medical team have seen that and they still think that he's good enough and then will stay fit for the team. So going into the game, I think, like I said, there's renewed energy at Chelsea. If you listen to Graham Potter, he sounds excited. He says that the boys are buzzing at Cobham. And apart from that, there has been they have received Rhys James back into full training, Ben Chilwell back into full training. N'Golo Kante has already started. Wesley Fofana has already started. Ruben Loftus-Cheek is back into the team. So it looks like everybody's in tune now. And I've always said that for me, Graham Potter is a good manager. He starts slowly. If you look at his days at Brighton, he had a slow start. Second season had a slow start. But that
was Brighton without any pressure on him.
You see, the Chelsea we have right now is like a Brighton. That's what people are not accepting. Yes.
Chelsea is now like Brighton.
Yes.
This is coming from a Chelsea supporter.
It's a transition. Chelsea is not a Chelsea of old again. And I understand we Chelsea fans are sports. You just sleep, wake up. There's a new manager that wins a trophy in 6 months.
And that's what you're used to.
Yes, but then now is change, and people do not like change. I mean, yes, people do not like change, and it's hard for people to accept change.
Yeah.
But in institutions like that, the owner of the club, the board of directors says, you know what, we need change, and it has to be holistic, and that's exactly what they are doing.
And gradual.
Yeah, Christophe Viviol has come in, bought good players. If you listen to how we went ahead to buy Mudryk, Egbali had to wake up one day when Graham Potter said, you know what, the guy is good enough, let's go get him. Traveled to Antalya with Paul Winstanley. They went to meet Mudryk because he was in some sort of a camp with Shakhtar Donetsk. They closed the deal there and then. Somebody is pumping millions into his money. And he says, you know what, I think Graham Potter is a good coach. And I need to give him time. And if you look at the number of years they gave Graham Potter, 5 years, everything tells you that if you listen to Graham Potter, nobody's sacking him. He sleeps, wake up, talks to Egbali. Egbali says, calm down and do your job. We are right behind you. And I think that's what I am preaching to a lot of Chelsea fans. That if you really want to see change, if you look at the Chelsea team, there is a key part of how every team wants to play in the modern game.
Okay.
The kind of midfielders that in Spain they call the La Pausa midfielders. These are the players that invite pressure so that you can play through the pressure and then score goals. The only one we have now, press resistant, is Kovacic. Kani Chukwuemeka Young has that profile a little bit. But if you go to the Man City team, a host of them.
Yeah.
Bernardo Silva, everybody. Even go to Asda. Thomas Partey can do that. Odegaard can do that. Mesut will come and do
even
that.
Xhaka.
Albert-Sami Lokonga will do that. Xhaka will do that. They do it very well. Roberto De Zerbi is playing very good football. Now, the key highlight of his play is how a certain young Chelsea centre-back in Levi Kowal used the La Pausa to draw in presses, to play through them, and then gets the team to playing very well. It's because of players like that. So it is time for Chelsea fans to understand that we are in a transition. I do not expect a team that's in transition to paper over the cracks. You deal with the issues. And the first issue they are dealing with is the Chelsea attack has been misfiring. The last time you asked me what is the improvement I've seen at Graham Potter, and I said it's XGs. Graham Potter had the best XG throughout the 3 seasons in the English Premier League at Brighton.
Okay.
Anybody wants to peruse the data should go ahead and check. for XGs, and XG is the expected goals or the quality of chances that you create. He creates the best chance for his teams.
But
It's
they're not
about
scoring.
yes, it's about a conversion. So if he's getting wingers that are direct enough, explosive enough, and he will be able to create chances for them, it means that he's building something. For Mudryk, who was very close to joining Arsenal, and if you listen again to the deal, Chelsea do not offer more than Arsenal. Both teams offered in excess of that 100 million. It was just the structure in which we wanted to pay. Chelsea are paying Mudryk 95,000 quid. That is no money. He's taking more than Callum Hudson-Odoi. He's taking more than Omari Hutchison. These young players that just joined the team. So it means that Chelsea didn't just attract him with money. And again, if you listen to the CEO of Shakhtar Donetsk, he tells you that, you see, if you don't believe in the Chelsea project now, he will not fault you.
Okay.
But he is saying on authority that per what he has seen, as somebody who has run football for a very long time, the Chelsea project will come to fruition tops in about a year or two.
So Fiifi, you are one out of the lots. I mean, in terms of the Chelsea supporters who should understand this. But I'm saying that this is a club that is used to winning.
Exactly.
In fact, 2 seasons ago, they won trophies actually.
Exactly.
Under Thomas Tuchel, they won the Champions League,
Exactly.
right?
Just
they beat
exactly.
Man City.
Yes.
And the owners, the board of directors may want a new team. They want a new manager to lead this gradual progression at the club. But the supporters who in this situation will be the major stakeholders may not really understand, and they will begin to mount pressure on the board.
Exactly.
Like what is happening at Everton.
No, Everton's case is different.
I know, but Frank Lampard is not getting the results.
But
So yes, the managers, the board of directors.
So again, Everton is suffering from what Chelsea suffered from in the past. Everton did a lot of scattergun recruitment.
Okay.
They bought Rondon. They bought some players were not supposed to buy. Corey. They just bought the players. It will be. They didn't buy them to suit particular purposes.
Okay.
In football now, at the highest level, people buy. Look at Arteta's recruitment.
Yeah,
He buys
strategic.
players based on a set. I mean, even from where they
A
come
certain
from.
need at the
Yes,
club, yeah.
it goes down to those details. Chelsea are just bought. We need striker. We buy Romelu Lukaku because he's a Romelu Lukaku.
Whether you see the profile.
Yes, and then we buy him. And then Thomas Tuchel plays with him. Next season says, no, I can't play with him. Graham Potter comes in. He's thinking about buying another striker and all of that. Dacho Fofana is in there and all of that. So it's about that. And also, I have said that in the last 6 years, if you go to, say, Germany, Dortmund and then Bayern for one has had continuous success. Because of the financial muscle they possess, and then also because they do the recruitment right. In the English Premier League, the team that has had continuous success because one, financial muscle, and because they've done recruitment right, is Manchester City. Chelsea had the financial muscle, but the recruitment had always been wrong throughout the years. In fact, in about 4 or 5 years since Sarri, we've not had very good recruitment, and now we are bearing the brunt for it. Now we are bearing the brunt for it.
So Chelsea's on the right path.
So I think that the team is on the right path.
Okay.
In just 2 weeks, Chelsea has changed the face of its whole attack.
Okay.
Before the season started, there was a certain Raheem Sterling. There was Pulisic. There was Ziyech. There was, a host of wingers who were either injured or misfiring. Now he says, you know what, Mudryk should come in. Joao Felix should come in. Kai Havertz can play as a striker. Then we get Noni Madueke.
Yeah.
The team is rebuilding. The most important part is in midfield. And when Chelsea went Enzo Fernandez and realized that they had to pay in excess of about 120 million, they felt it was too much. Maybe they can wait until the summer to see if they can go and get.
Yeah.
Chelsea is not, and one of the things I'm very much excited about is that for the midfield, Chelsea is not forcing to just buy anybody in. I hear yesterday from the Athletic and other reporters that they are looking to get some players on loan because they went to Moise Caicedo at Brighton and then the fee was too hefty. So they are getting maybe possible some loan players to come and augment the team. At the back, Badlashil, 21 or 22 years of age, signing 6 years to 7 years contract. Huge amortization for the fee. After him, what's the name? Fofana, young, 7 years contract. Huge amortization. Rhys James has signed a new contract extension. These are all young players that are coming through the rank. And there is a manager one of the things Arsenal did very well when they hit a rough patch was that prime video that they did. The Arsenal's one was not called All or Nothing. It was also All or Nothing, right? He gave the fans an insight of what the team was doing. And yesterday I picked up reports from Matt Law saying that Chelsea are going to start their own All or Nothing too. So the producers of that series are Americans.
Okay.
And Manuel Gonoskaya and Abramovich, they proposed it and Chelsea said no, they weren't interested. Now they've seen Todd Boehly and the likes apparently Chelsea are interested in that and they want to start something. That will give the fans an insight of what is going on.
I see.
What happened to Arsenal when Aubameyang was forced to leave Arsenal in Janury? A lot of fans were asking, why are you letting Aubameyang go? But when they saw in the primetime video, when they realized that Aubameyang was insubordinate in camp, they understood.
Okay.
When they saw Arteta's reaction in the dressing room, they understood. Graham Potter has said several times that he is not a kind of manager like Antonio Conte or Thomas Tuchel, who sits at the post-match press conference and then throws tantrums at everybody. No, he's not that guy. But again, he's not a can. He has feelings.
Okay.
When he goes in there with his players, he knows exactly what to say to them. Maybe some of these things will unveil and uncover the things that he does as a manager for them to understand. And now the game has gone beyond just playing on the pitch.
Okay.
Again, Todd Boehly and Gabali said they want 1 billion. That's the kind of money they want to be getting from Chelsea annually. So it's a huge amount of money. They want to commercialize everything. And I think that's the part that Chelsea, that's the reason why for somebody like me, yes, I'm not enjoying the results. Yes, I know it's a hard time.
So you are not expecting instant results, yeah?
No.
That's it.
Not at all.
How long should we wait for this project to bear fruit? Like how many years?
I think that for Graham Potter, we should see something concrete by the end of the season.
End of the season?
Yes.
Is it not too early for you?
No, I think that, you see, I'm not saying that we should be a finished article.
Yeah.
But we should see concrete. We should see
progress.
Improvement. Yeah, we should see improvement, progress.
Okay.
We should see something that tells us that okay, we were here.
Okay.
Now we are there.
Okay.
Now we are going here. Now we are going here.
Great.
We should see all of that by the end of the season. Let's go to Manchester United.
Sergio Ramos,
I'm a boy,
but let's talk about the game. Liverpool.
I'm going to the game, but I want to conclude with Manchester United. When Sir Alex Ferguson left, David Moyes came in.
Louis Van Gaal came in.
Louis Van Gaal.
He won the FA Cup.
FA Cup. But you know people that won cups. Mauricio said I had never won a cup before.
Jose Mourinho came in. He won trophies.
Of course.
The last manager to have won trophy for Man United. He won 3 trophies. Community Shield, Europa League, and Carling Cup.
Van Gaal, Mourinho, and these are serial winners.
But they won. So they achieved a certain purpose instantly.
The team, and again, Man United do not want that. They didn't want Mourinho just winning the Europa League and just going home to sleep.
Okay.
They wanted more than that. They wanted continued success. They wanted somebody that would go neck and neck with Man City in the league. They wanted somebody that could take the Man United brand a notch higher. That was the problem that they are having. Now, as it starts now, they seem to be on the right path with Erik ten Hag, and then they want to move forward. So, at the end of the day, I think that's where we are in talking about the game. I think that Jurgen Klopp in his pre-match press conference has said that he is in a same soup as Chelsea with injuries.
But that's true.
Oh yes, I agree with him. But I think that Jurgen Klopp's issue also has come on the back of not so good spending. So in the middle of the park, when Gini Wijnaldum left, I have not seen any proper replacement of a box-to-box midfielder in the middle of the park for them. And if you look at those days, Gini Wijnaldum was the sole engine to push the Liverpool team up to press and win those balls back. He's not done that. Henderson doesn't have the legs. Milner doesn't have the legs. Alcantara is a deep line playmaker, so can only do his job and not do the rest. They wanted to rely on players like Alexander-Chamberlain, Harvey Elliott, and all of that, but then they have also not delivered. So Liverpool are suffering. Up top, since Sadio Mane left, there have also been some shortage of goals in there. Yes, Mane is injured and all of that, but then Salah in about 5 games now has been misfiring. They brought in Cody Gakpo. He's yet to hit the ground running. If you look at this man, Darwin Núñez, I think Darwin Núñez is an exciting striker because he keeps on running, he keeps on pushing, even when he's not getting the goals. So if Darwin Núñez is in the team, he's going to help. In the Liverpool setup, for me, Virgil van Dijk is very instrumental as a leader at the back. So if he's not going to be in the team, definitely it's going to affect how the team will play. But then again, Ibu Konate, Matip, Joe Gomez have been very, very solid anytime he is out of the team. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Robertson are all very, very good players. My problem with the Liverpool team is that while there is some buzz in Chelsea, and Chelsea feel like, okay, there's some renewed energy with the new players that have come in, and maybe that will give them some confidence off the back of the win against Crystal Palace. At Liverpool, the persistent issue of injuries with players like Atamelo, who are even coming to come and help, are still lingering on. Midfielders like Henderson and all of that are still lingering on. I understand it's at the Anfield, but this is a Chelsea team under Thomas Tuchel with the same core of players that went away to Anfield to get 2-2 draw. A game that I think that Chelsea should have won. Chelsea have not won at Anfield for a very long time now. And I think that this is a game that's possibly going to be a springboard for Graham Potter. I'm expecting Chelsea not to lose this game against.
So double chance Liverpool. For Chelsea for you. Okay. Javier.
No, quick one before. You see, I